Vani, Jitasukavani, Alikula Bavambudi Droni, Veena Sukha Sisupani, Natagirvani, Namami Sarvani. Respected Swamiji on the shrine and Swamiji on the dais, and the other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I am thankful for the foundation for having given me this opportunity to speak on what is Kārya and Akārya. Yesterday, people have talked enough about Kārya and Akārya. All were based on Bhagavad Gita. What Krishna said, Kārya and Akārya, action and not to do action, or sometimes the other way of doing action, thinking in a different way. Everything is an action. But when we talk about action, we have not much dilated or expanded upon what is an action, how to do an action, and why to do an action. So these things are discussed very well by Chanakya. That's why I have taken that. We have talked about, I am just skipping the paper. It's a big paper, but I wanted to be very crisp because the time, though given in the invitation 25 minutes, the chairman has already said it is to be reduced to 20 minutes. So I am to be a little bit cautious with regard to time also, which is suggested by Chanakya himself, be cautious about time. So kim karma, kim akarma, everything is over. Karmano bodhavyam, vikarmanaha, it is over. Yesterday, everything finished. Akarmanacha bodhavyam, gagana gati, karmano gati. So all these things we have already have an idea about it. Now, Vedas say in an imperative language, dharmam chara, do dharma, which implies undo or don't do adharma. Those scriptures and commentaries elaborate the works to be done, yet by no means they fit into the matrix of do's and don'ts or prescriptions and proscriptions. Activities take place in and through the body, mind and senses are designated as karma or action, and the knowledge supreme as akarma, inaction. There is a proverbial statement from Prapanna Gita, Janami dharmam, nachame pravruti. Janami adharmam, nachame nivrittihi. Kenapi devena hridi sthitena, yada niyuktosmi tata karomi. What a beautiful explanation for this Kārya and Akārya. Yes. So dharma is known. Everybody knows. Because people have instructed, Vedas have instructed, Smritis have instructed. But my mind is not going into it for doing any action. I am not getting away from adharma also. Because I like it. Because we here and there see people who doing adharma are prosperous. So my mind is rather dragged towards that direction. So this is exactly explaining the dilemma of action, and the solution is suggested there in the idea focused in the explanation of Ramanuja, who says karma known as living a righteous life culminates in self-knowledge. The man of self-knowledge discharges his earthly duties to the best of his ability. Karma and jnana are complementary to each other. In a nutshell, Veda is the root of dharma, and dharma is the cause of perfection of life, and adharma is the dead end, causes one to have a U-turn towards the cycle of birth and death. Therefore, Smriti texts emerge to direct people involved with Kārya based on dharma towards such perfection. Any action contrary to Akārya goes without saying, leads to bad end. So now there is a question with regard to the Smriti text. In the Parasara Smriti, they are asking, you tell me about dharma. Now, what is dharma? It's to act. Bruhi dharma swarupajñe sukshmam sthulam cha vistara. Sukshma dharma and sthula dharma. Vistara bruhi. You tell me in elaborate manner. Then, for which he says, Shrunu putra pravachyami. I am just skipping certain lines due to time. Shrunu putra pravachyami shrunvantu munestada. Oh son, you hear this, I will tell you. And munis who are there, they are also to hear what I say. He says, Kalpe kalpe chayotpatya brahma vishnu maheshwaraha Kruti smriti sadachara nirneta raksha sarvada. They are who are just telling this is right, this is wrong. Now, Kachit, I'll give the English meaning also for those who are not much proficient with the Sanskrit. In each kalpa, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and the expounders of the Veda, the Smritis invariably perished and are born again. Na Kachit, Veda Kartacha, Vedam Smrtva Chaturmukha, Tataiva Dharman Smarati Manuhu, Kalpantare Antare. So once again he recollects even Manu. And then he is telling what is Dharma and Dharma. Anye Tayuge Dharma Tretayam Dwapareve. It is different. What is the Dharma preached in the Krita Yuga is different from Treta Yuga. Because time is changing. It is stated by Parasara Smriti itself. Dwapareve Anye Kaliyuge Nirnam Yuga Rupanusarta. Yuga Rupanusarta, the dharmas are changing. You cannot say that dharmas are not changing. So, Parasara Smriti says, in conformity to the character of the age, the rules of law for men differ from age to age. The rules for the Krita differ from Treta rules. The laws are not identical with the Kali Yuga. Krite to Manava Dharma. Why I am justifying this? Why I have taken Chanakya and then attributed Smriti to the title? There is no Chanakya Smriti. You have Yagika Smriti, Manusmriti, and other things. But I have given the title as Chanakya Smriti. He recollects what has been taken by the Smriti. Shastra, Tasma, Shastra, Pramanati, those things are always there. But even when you say Shastra, Tasma, Shastra, Pramanante, the Shastra has to be tested by another Pramana, or rather not testing, at least to be explained by another Pramana. Because nowadays, you find even a small child is asking, you do this, if you say, with all your experience, you are instructing the person. Then immediately child asks, why should I? When you are not able to explain what is what, then the child is not convinced. And it goes in its own way. There is no regulation. There is no dharma for it. So, what Chanakya tries to do is, he is trying to explain that dharma through, we have Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Shabda, Pramanas. And this Upamana Pramana he has taken in his hand. For anything he says as to do or not to do, he gives example. See this. That's why you have to do this. So convincing is the recollections of Chanakya. Therefore, this paper is trying to say what Chanakya says is up to date, because each Smriti has to be updated every now and then. So now he has updated that seems to be more applicable today. And even this Chanakya Smriti also may be updated in due course of time in future. Because when the Kali has got its own mature stage, the Suti may be different, or the laws and dharmas may be different. Now, Dwapare Sankalita Kalo Parasat Sutaha, they say, then they are coming to this. Then Chanakya says, we will begin his work on Niti Shastra. Aditya idam yata shastram. First he starts. Second slogan. Aditya idam yata shastram naro janati sattamaha dharmopadesha vikyatam Kārya and Akārya subhashubham. That man is really brilliant, who, by studying these rules from the Shastra, learns the deliberate tenets of duty and understands what ought to be followed and what ought not to be, and what is good and what is bad. Tadaham sampravakshami. Lokanam itakamyeya. Yena vidyatamakrena sarvagyatvam prapadyate. You learn this, because the person who is living in this world should know what to do and what not to do, how to do, when to do. These things have to be analyzed. There is no use simply think what is Kārya and Akārya, how to do, when to do, where to do. These questions are to be answered. Chanakya has got his own answer. It is not his own. He has recollected from those Smritis only, from the Shastras only, and he is doing it in his own way, in his own fashion. Sometimes he has got the knack of taking away the entire verse from others. From, for example, Vartaviri, which we will see in due course of time. Then I am skipping so many things. First, to save yourself, he said. First, save yourself. Otherwise, what is the use of living here? Or rather, can you save others without saving yourself? Or maybe Atma Bandhu you refer to. Yeah, so he says, first, don't. Apadarte dhanam rakshe. Then I'll go in English so that I can skip Sanskrit version. Even a Pandit comes to grief by giving instruction to foolish disciples. By maintaining a wicked quiet and by excessive familiarity with the miserables. Then don't leave there. He is giving you instruction. Don't leave. It is an action. Living is an action. He says, do not inhabit a country where you are not respected. Cannot earn your livelihood, have no friends, or cannot acquire knowledge. So there is no use of staying there. So do not stay for a single day where there are not these 5 persons: a wealthy man, a Brahmin, well versed in the Vedic law, a king, a river, and a physician. Then he says, foolishness is indeed painful. Whenever he says certain things as an advice, that advice has to be converted into an action, for which only he is just giving you ideas. So more painful than either is living in another's house. That means what? Don't stay in another's house for a long time. As a guest, you can go, and for a day you will be respected. The second day you will be driven out there, or rather even they will have some sort of feeling that why he is staying for a long time. So this practical knowledge you should have first. Then is talking about marriage, whom to marry, where to give your daughters and all, then just skipping. Then do not trust. Don't trust whom? Do not put your trust in reverse. Men who carry weapons, bees with claws of horns, women, and members of royal family. Don't trust them. Anything may happen at any time. So be cautious. Then take the best from everywhere. That's what he says. Vishadapi Amrutam Grahyam, etc. etc. He was giving slokas. All slokas are given in paper. If it is coming in the form of books, everybody will be knowing the Sanskrit version also. Extract nectar from poison, even gold from filth, knowledge from enemies. They also have knowledge. So acquire the best out of them. Good words from even children. So this reminds me of the very victim. Ano Badra Kato Yentu Vishwata. Then avoid him who takes sweetly before you, but tries to ruin you behind your back. For he is like a pitcher of poison with the milk on top. Then nurture the children very well. How? Wise men should always bring up their sons in various moral ways. It is lacking now because the parents themselves are going away from morals. How can they expect? The children who have knowledge of Niti Shastra and are well behaved become a glory to their family. Then among children, many a bad habit is developed through overindulgence, and many a good one by chastisement. Therefore, beat your son. Oh. There is nothing wrong. That's what he said. Tasmat Putram cha Fityam cha, even the disciple. Kārya. That is straight the instruction. But at the same time, what he says, Kārya, not to Lalaya. Don't fondle them. So, this is the practical thing that you will have to learn, you will have to do. Then, let not a single day pass without your learning a verse. Read. At least half a verse. Or a fourth of it. Or even one letter of it. Nor without attending to charity, study, and other pious activities. Then, where to have friendship, he says, do not keep company with a fool, for as he is only a two-legged beast. He who befriends a man whose conduct is vicious, whose vision impure, and who is notoriously crooked, is rapidly ruined. So don't have such friends. Excess doing in anything is to be rejected. Don't do excess. But what he says, excess of beauty caused Sita's downfall. Excess, that's why I told you, he is giving the pramana for justification of the statement that he makes. Then excess of pride caused Ravana's downfall. Excess of charity caused Bali's downfall. Hence, reject all excesses. So don't do excesses. Then he says, sometimes when you say that you are so strong and everything, okay, but be safe. Try to run away from that place. Where to? He says, he who runs away from the fearful calamity comes. If you say that I will face it, then you will be destroyed. Then a foreign invasion, a terrible famine, and the companionship of wicked men is safe. To run away from them is safe. Then be a bhakta. Just as a fish by their sight, turtles by their thoughts, giving example. And this is an information also for us. Turtles by their thoughts and birds by their touch look after their babies. Contact with great men will take care of ordinary men. That's what we say. The Dikshas, different types of Dikshas, even Sparsa Diksha, Dip Diksha, all these things. That he is giving it in a different way. Then Atma Hita. As long as your body is healthy and under control, and death is distant, try to save your soul. When death is imminent, what can you do? So try to save your soul. That's why he said. Then certain things, reject whom? Go along with many. Go alone. And also with many, he has got certain examples that I am just skipping and going fast. Reject whom? Men without religion, you must reject. Because he has nothing to hold. So with whom if you are going, you have no hold. So reject him. And a person without mercy. A guru without spiritual knowledge. There is no use. A wife with an offensive face. And a relative with affection should all be rejected. Without affection should all be rejected. Then think time and again. Consider again and again the following: the right time, the right friends, the right place, the right means of income, the right ways of spending, and who am I and what my power is. You should know who you are, what is your power. Then act. You will be successful. And see God everywhere, he says. For the twice born, the fire represents God. For God resides in the heart of the rishis. Those of low intelligence see God only in his statue, but those of broad vision see the Supreme Lord everywhere. Everywhere you find. This is the greatest philosophy that is being taught even in the Vedanta. Then, test men of 4 things. As gold is tested in 4 ways by rubbing, cutting, heating, and beating, so a man should be tested by these 4 things: his renunciation, his conduct, his qualities, and his actions. So you learn test on these lines. Then follow religious dharma. Dharma, he says, dharma eko nichala. All things, even wealth and dire things, are chala, moving. Dharma eko nichala, he says. Follow religious dharma. And then he says, who are all to be treated as father, who are all to be treated as mother. And then he gives one example. Learn to listen others. More practical. Listening helps one to understand dharma. Listening makes the malice in one vanish. Listening helps one to acquire knowledge. Listening helps one to obtain liberation. So, and then he says, learn to yearn also. Be a wealthy person, yearn, and then give it to others. So, like that he is going. Then I started with conscious of time. Be conscious of time. Of course, I am not going to be a little bit conscious of my time. Time improves all living beings. Time also kills them. Time is awake. Time is awake when all others sleep. Time is insurmountable. Then be cautious about karma. The soul goes through his own course of karma, and it alone suffers the good and bad results thereby accrued. By itself, it gets entangled in samsara, and by its own efforts, it extricates from samsara. Then you must learn to attract others. He says, learn from others, certain things. Of course, it is a big thing. What he says, you must learn from dog. You must learn certain things from. Of course, if you are interested, I can say, but the time is going off. From all animals, you will have to gather informations and then try to follow that. So the nature itself is a teacher for us. Just like Dattatreya had a lot of gurus, 24 gurus. Then don't declare this to anybody. What not to be declared? A wise man should not reveal the laws of wealth. Don't reveal the laws of wealth. So nobody is going to help, but at the same time they will criticize you. Hey, this fellow was lost. So the vexation of his mind, don't tell. The misconduct of his own wife, don't tell. Then being cheated by others. When you are cheated, don't tell it to others. And disgrace that you have undergone. Then don't be shy in some places. You are always prone to shy, you know. Don't. He gives us shyness in monetary dealings, in acquiring knowledge, in eating, and in business. He becomes happy. So don't have. Then be happy with these people. They say. Then I'm just skipping. I'm finishing. Some important things I don't want to. That's why I'm just looking at it. So like that, so many things are there. I just directly know the value of mercy, leave the pride of birth, do this for attaining salvation, awaken from sleep, then don't awaken others. At which time? Don't awaken others. Read the classics to attain sharp intellect. Be original, don't copy, do things yourself. Proceed with precaution, leave one for the other, and then leave of 8 things as a student. Eat silently while you are eating, and then have sadhu darshanam, have them as your bandhu. Then kartabyo dharma sangraha, follow the following virtues. He says, he gives a list of virtues, and he says, be like a Rama. As a Vasishtha instructed, be like Rama. So don't do this. Don't feel shy to acquire wealth. Acquire wealth rightfully, everything follows you. Protect your wealth. Don't wish wealth by doing that. He is giving some examples. Gradually develop these qualities. So like that, he is giving leave attachment. Don't totally rely on fate. Be cautious about karma. Let your actions be organized. Do service to Guru. Act after due circumspection. Don't act with pride. Speak pleasing words. Be at a distance. Do a single deed and control the words. Know your own quality. Do these to be peaceful. Tyaja, Bhaja, Guru, Smara is there. Then avoid wicked company and associate with saintly persons. Acquire virtue day and night, and always meditate on which is eternal, forgetting that which is temporary. So these things are there. You should know the self. Reading maybe the Shastras. 1 minute. Okay. Know the self. Reading merely the Shastras is useless. Is it? One may know the 4 Vedas and the Dharma Shastra. Yet, if he has no realization of his own spiritual self, he can be said to be like the ladle, which is starts all kinds of foods, but knows not its taste. Then don't lose noble qualities, develop good qualities, stop boasting yourself. If you start boasting yourself, you will be degraded. Even Indra, you may be Indra, but even if you are an Indra, you will be degraded. People will say, why he is boasting himself. Otherwise, people will have a high esteem about you. But if you boast yourself, then finish. Then gifting the right person or to be gifted, speak pleasant words, and come to the end. Then at last what he says is that help others. That's what the governor at the end of his speech rightly, emphatically said that you should help Paropakaraha Punyaya Papaya Paravedam. There are only two things. If you are to live happily, help others. And what is sin? If you are disturbing others, if you are just giving some harm to others, then that is sin. So have your own formula of punya and papa, and then act according to your consciousness. Then you will be a successful person. If you are a successful person with these qualities, you can change the entire world. The vibration will be 10% improve, and then that everything will improve, and the nation will improve, the whole globe will improve. Thank you.